there are rumors that the Niners are interested in Andy Dalton as their backup. Do you guys like this plan if it is the Niners' plan? Should the Niners pursue Andy Dalton to be their backup? Jose, what do you think?
Well, it's definitely going to be better than what they have now. I mean, I personally am not too slanderous to Josh Rosen. I can understand there's a lot of mystery there, but at least versus Dalton, hey, he's a proven starting caliber starter. He did a decent job with the Cowboys, especially down the stretch, considering that he had the most incompetent coaching in the NFL, in my opinion. So you bring him with Kyle Shanahan, I feel like he can deliver better. And then if Jimmy Garoppolo ends up missing time, then it's, hey, we have Dalton to, step into his place, which I think it's laughable. That's like I've never ever heard of a team ever putting such a huge emphasis on a backup quarterback until I started talking 49ers last 2-3 years. So it's pretty nuts that it's such a heavy emphasis on backup. Doesn't that kind of give a little indication as the issue of starting quarterback position here?
Yeah. Good point.
I don't know if Andy Dalton I know the big thing with him is he was only, I think, $3 million last year, but I think that was more of a hometown discount to go back to Dallas, where if you're going to be a backup, you might as well go home to be the backup. I think it might take a little more for the 49ers to draw him over. So if it's $5 million to get Dalton, I don't know if I would do that. I'd rather go in a different direction. But if it's to have him be the starter, $5 million's a good deal. But if it's for him to back up Garoppolo or for him to back up a first-round pick, I don't know if I'd go $5 million. I'd much rather go $5 million with Fitzpatrick in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jack, you're muted.
What I was going to say is it's a terrible decision if you go ahead and you want to bring in Andy Dalton or any of these guys as your backup, because now you're taking a quarterback room that you're paying $25 million to Garoppolo. Now you've got a $5 million on a backup. I really think where this Andy Dalton as their backup came from was there's a couple of 49er writers who, after the Lynch news broke yesterday, started opining this in their columns, and I think somebody just picked up and said this is what the Niners are interested in doing. But yeah, no, Dalton as the backup is a bad idea. I'd rather have Dalton as a starter because that makes more sense when you're looking at what the salary cap structure would be.
Yeah, I mean, I think of spending more than $30 million on your quarterback position, and all you have to show for it is Jimmy Garoppolo and Andy Dalton. No, that's not good. The other thing about it is bringing him in as a backup. I'm not sure he wouldn't be the best quarterback on the team. Jimmy Garoppolo is a bit of a gamer, and he does do better in games when he's healthy. But in practice, he's kind of rough. He doesn't execute that well. He had that day where he threw 5 picks in a row. I mean, he's had some days. So it'd be interesting to see them actually on the same practice field with Dalton as the backup. That would be very interesting. But yeah, financially it doesn't work. Also, I think Dalton could be a starter next year. I look at a team like Houston. They're going to lose Deshaun Watson, and they should replace him with Andy Dalton. Also draft a quarterback, but Andy Dalton's from Texas. He's a competent quarterback. He's really cheap. He should be the starting quarterback in Texas on the Texans next year. That's how I feel.